So this is lecture 4 in the series of regulatory strategies. This is the usual disclaimer that it is meant for you and should not be copied or posted on any other site. And some of the pictures in the presentation have been taken from public domain websites or popular books to make the topic easy to understand. And the credit for such pictures remains with the original publisher. Now, another regulatory strategy which is being employed in the biological system is the presence of isoenzymes. Okay, so what are isoenzymes in the first place? Isoenzymes are different forms of a given enzyme. There are different forms of a given enzyme which are present in the same species. They are different forms of the given enzyme. They catalyze the same reaction, but they are different. They are different with respect to each other because they are coded by different genes. Though they are same enzyme, they catalyze the same reaction. They are coded by different genes and they have a different amino acid sequence. Their amino acid composition is different and their isoelectric point therefore is also different. Okay, so the enzyme is same. There are different forms of the same enzyme. They are coded by different genes. Okay, they vary, they differ in their amino acid composition or sequence, and they have different isoelectric points. And as a result of different amino acid sequence, they can be very easily separated by electrophoresis. Now, one very good example of isoenzymes. First of all, you must understand what is the definition. So there are different forms, they're coded by different genes, they have different amino acid composition, they have different isoelectric pH, and as a result of that, they can be very easily separated by electrophoresis. LDH, there are a number of them, but LDH is one very nicely understood example of isoenzymes. LDH is one of the best understood and studied example of isoenzymes. And what does it do? It catalyzes this reaction, pyruvate plus NADH, it gives lactate plus NAD. And it's a reversible reaction. Okay, so pyruvate, you know, is the last metabolite, last intermediate of the glycolytic pathway. So under aerobic condition, from here, it enters the TCA cycle under aerobic condition. Under anaerobic condition, when oxygen is not there, you know, pyruvate is metabolized like this. It gets converted into lactate, right? So there are two different fates of pyruvate. If oxygen is present, it gets entry into the TCA cycle. And if oxygen is not there under anaerobic condition, it is converted to lactate. This LDH, lactate dehydrogenase, it exists in 5 isoenzyme forms. All have molecular weight of 134 kilodalton. Isoenzymes, they are different, but their molecular weight is same. And each isoenzyme, these five of them, they're made up of, each one of them is made up of 4 polypeptides. Each has 4 polypeptides of 2 different types. Each polypeptide molecular mass is around 33.5 kilodalton. The 5 isoenzymes of LDH are different combinations of 2 types of polypeptide chains. And what are those 2 types of polypeptide chains? M and H. And how it is shown over here, in one isoenzyme, one form of isoenzyme, all 4 polypeptides are of M type, M4. The second isoenzyme will have 3 polypeptides of M type, M3, and 1 polypeptide of H type, M3H. The third isoenzyme has 2 polypeptides of M type and 2 polypeptides of H type, so M2H2. The fourth isoenzyme has only 1 M type of polypeptide and there are 3 H type of polypeptides, so you have MS3. And the fifth one, all polypeptides are of H type. So we start from all M type, then 3 M type, 1 H, then 2 H, then 1 M type and 3 H type, and all H. So 5 isoenzymes, there are different combinations of 2 types of polypeptide chains M and H, shown over here. So what is the difference? This M4, M type, it is predominant in skeletal muscles. M is derived from muscles. So it is mostly predominantly present in skeletal muscles, whereas liver and heart, H4 is present predominantly. Sorry, H4 is found mainly in the heart and therefore the name H. It is found in heart and therefore the name H. Whereas M4 is present predominantly in skeletal muscles and liver. Primarily in skeletal muscles, but to some extent in liver also. And H4 is present in mainly in the heart. All of them catalyze the same reaction, pyruvate converted to lactate. But what is the difference? The difference is, and very important from metabolism ke point of view se, they differ significantly in their kinetic properties. The kinetic properties are different, and this is very important from metabolic point of view. For example, M4, the one which is present in skeletal muscles and to some extent in liver, has a much lower Km. Km, you now know what is Km for pyruvate compared to H4. So in case of in skeletal muscles, you know, during exercise, the glucose is metabolized anaerobically. There is no oxygen. So pyruvate is converted into lactic acid in muscles. Okay. And the Km for that enzyme, LDH, is very low. That means even at a very low concentration of pyruvate, it is capable of achieving the half of the maximum velocity. Okay. Because there the pyruvate is getting converted into lactate. Oxygen is not there in skeletal muscles. And when the too much of lactic acid getting accumulated in your muscle starts aching, right? That muscle ache is because of the accumulation of lactic acid. In case of heart, there is no anaerobic conversion. In heart, pyruvate is metabolized aerobically. So the lactate dehydrogenase H4 type, which is present in heart, has a much higher Km value for pyruvate. Okay, so there's a lot of what you can say metabolic significance of these types of isoenzymes, which are different forms of the given enzymes. Both are coded by different genes. The M4 is coded by different gene because M polypeptide is coded by different gene and H polypeptide is coded by different gene. And since it has got all M polypeptides, so it is coded by one type of gene, whereas H4 is coded by one type of gene. And therefore their relative abundance in different parts of the body is under genetic control. That means the gene for M form is very radially, very frequently expressed in skeletal muscles, whereas the gene for H polypeptide, which is very specifically expressed in abundance in the heart muscle. So it is under genetic control. Some other examples of, there are lots of enzymes which have isoenzymes. Some very common example, if you have to remember, alkaline phosphatidase. It has got isoenzymes. Creatine kinase, it has got isoenzymes. Glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase, it has got isoenzyme. Hexokinase, it has got isoenzymes. So please remember, isoenzymes are different forms of the same enzyme and they differ in terms of their amino acid sequence and their kinetic properties. And because of this difference in kinetic properties, they play a very significant role in the metabolism. Now, these isoenzymes have been used in clinical diagnosis also. For example, during myocardial infarction, it's a type of heart attack. The muscles, part of the skeletal muscles, they get inactive, paralyzed sort of, and that is called as myocardial infarction. So what is being seen? The H4 level goes up. In the blood, you will find the level of H4 enzyme has gone up. It is also called as LDH1. In anemia, mainly in this particular form is 3M. 3 H polypeptides and 1 M polypeptide, also called as LDH2, its level is detected in the blood. In pneumonia, you will find that this LDH3 comprising two H type of polypeptides and two M type of polypeptides, its level goes up. It indicates that the person is suffering from pneumonia. And in hepatic disorders and muscular dystrophy, these two enzyme levels of HM3, one polypeptide H, three polypeptides M, also called as LDH4, and LDH5, which is predominantly present in muscles, containing all M4, their level goes up. So isoenzyme plays significant role in clinical diagnosis as well. Thank you.